Hello, boys and girls. This month is Hispanic Heritage Month, and in recognition of that, we're going to be taking a look at the lives of several Hispanic Americans and the sacrifices and contributions that they've made to this nation. So sit back and let's learn a little bit more about these brave men. Hello, History and Heritage Explorers. Right now we are here at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm standing beside the grave of a Medal of Honor recipient named Cleto Rodriguez. So let's learn a little bit more about this man and why he had won his Medal of Honor.
I'm Miss Q, and this is History and Heritage Explorers. I'd like to talk to you about a man named Cleto Rodriguez. Cleto Rodriguez was born on April 26, 1923 in San Marcos, Texas. His parents died when he was 9 years old, and he was sent to live with relatives in San Antonio, where he attended Ivanhoe Elementary School. Young Cleto worked as a newsboy to help his family. He sometimes slept in the San Antonio Express's warehouse so he could wake up early enough to deliver the papers before school. In March of 1944, Rodriguez entered the United States Army and served as a private in Company B, 148th Infantry, 37th Infantry Division. On February 9, 1945, during the Battle of Manila on Philippine island of Luzon, Cleto's platoon was ordered to assault the Paco Railroad Station that was being held by the Japanese and seize control. His platoon was crossing an open field in front of the railroad station when they were stopped by the Japanese about 100 yards from their objective. Without orders to do so, Cleto and a fellow soldier, Private First Class John N. Reese Jr., left the platoon and charged forward under heavy fire until they made it to a house near the railroad station. The soldiers remained in the house for an hour while firing at enemy targets. Rodriguez and Reese neutralized 35 Japanese soldiers and wounded many others. The soldiers moved forward towards the railroad station where they found a group of Japanese replacements. Cleto and his fellow soldier opened fire, killing more than 40 Japanese soldiers and stopped any other attempts to reach the pillboxes. The Japanese fire increased as the two soldiers came within 20 yards of the railroad station. Reese was laying down covering fire while Rodriguez moved up to the railroad station. When Rodriguez reached the station, he threw several grenades through the doorway, killing 7 Japanese soldiers, destroying the Japanese 20mm gun and machine gun. By now, their ammunition was running so low that Rodriguez and Reese made their way back to their platoon while each took turns providing covering fire for the other. Private First Class Reese was killed in the running fight. In over 2.5 hours of fighting, Rodriguez and Reese killed more than 82 Japanese soldiers and disabled the defense of the railroad station. The actions of Rodriguez and Reese allowed the American soldiers to overwhelm the railroad station in victory. A few days later, Cleto once again displayed incredible bravery when he killed 6 Japanese soldiers and destroyed a 20mm gun in a bunker. Both Rodriguez and Reese were presented with the Medal of Honor for their actions against the enemy and courage under fire. On October 12, 1945, President Harry S. Truman presented newly promoted Technical Sergeant Rodriguez with the Congressional Medal of Honor, the first Mexican-American in the Pacific Theater of Operations to receive the nation's highest military award. Rodriguez also received the Silver Star, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and numerous other awards. Cleto Rodriguez was one of the most decorated soldiers in the Pacific Theater. Rodriguez's citation reads, "He was an automatic rifleman when his unit attacked the strongly defended Paco Railroad Station during the Battle for Manila, Philippine Islands. While making a frontal assault across an open field, his platoon was halted 100 yards from the station by intense enemy fire. On his own initiative, he left the platoon, accompanied by a comrade, and continued forward to a house 60 yards from the objective. Although under constant enemy observation, the two men remained in this position for an hour, firing at targets of opportunity, killing more than 35 hostile soldiers and wounding many more. Moving closer to the station and discovering a group of Japanese replacements attempting to reach pillboxes, they opened heavy fire, killing more than 40, and stopped all subsequent attempts to man the emplacements. Enemy fire became more intense as they advanced to within 20 yards of the station. Then, covered by his companion, Private Rodriguez, boldly moved up to the building and threw 5 grenades through a doorway, killing 7 Japanese, destroying a 20mm gun and wrecking a heavy machine gun. With their ammunition running low, the two men started to return to the American lines, alternately providing cover fire for each other's withdrawal. During this movement, Private Rodriguez's companion was killed. In 2.5 hours of fierce fighting, the intrepid team killed more than 82 Japanese, completely disorganized their defense, and paved the way for the subsequent overwhelming defeat of the enemy at this strong point. 2 days later, Private Rodriguez again enabled his comrades to advance when he single-handedly killed 6 Japanese and destroyed a well-placed 20mm gun. By his outstanding skill with a weapon, gallant determination to destroy the enemy, and heroic courage in the face of tremendous odds, Private Rodriguez, on 2 occasions, materially aided the advance of our troops in Manila. Rodriguez later joined the United States Air Force and served from 1952 to 1954, and re-enlisted and served in the U.S. Army from 1955 to 1970. In 1975, Ivanhoe Elementary School, the elementary school that Cleto attended, was renamed Cleto Rodriguez Elementary School. Rodriguez died on December 7, 1990, and is buried at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the History and Heritage Explorers.